Clark from the logo. You bet.
Of 9 of 13 shooting.
And 12 assists now for Seattle.
Clark and
Hamilton has been to Caitlin Clark all night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects. Stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet.
Clark takes control early, bringing the ball up with defenders already backpedaling. Quick crossover, sudden stop. Deep three on the move. Splash. That is a statement shot to open the game. On the next possession, the defense tightens up. They try to
Pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark connects. Connecticut an early 9-point lead. Clark a 3.
Clark has space. She's going to let it fly.
Absolutely blown the roof off.
but playing at UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh,
trap her at the top of the key, but Caitlin stays composed. She splits the defenders with a slick spin move, rises in traffic. Floater off the glass. Good. That's craft and control at the highest level.
That's putting up some buckets.
It sure was. Top 4 scorers at the college level here in this.
Here is Clark. She will launch and bury it for another block from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull back to Clark. She will launch and bury it. Christie Side's going to trust her second-year pro. 5 fouls. Just under 8 minutes to play. Clark finds some space and hits a throw.
Now, here comes the transition. Caitlin grabs the rebound herself, pushing the pace. 2 defenders sprint back, but
Of that run to the finals before the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games. Clark, cut it!
Really good interior passing, but Indiana's got to stop letting the ball get into the paint. They've got to keep it out.
Clark, step back, hits it!
It's a board or a turnover and push pace the other way. First in the league in fast break points.
Clark, cut it!
Around women's basketball, they understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right
she pulls up way behind the arc. Boom! The crowd explodes. That range is absolutely ridiculous, and she knows it. The defense.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better.
Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Back Benley lays it in.
Sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up.
Clark with the basketball. 9 total points in the game. Steps it back from 3. Knocks it.
Defense is completely on edge now. They overcommit to stopping her shot, and Caitlin makes them pay. Quick drive, no-look pass to the cutting teammate. Easy bucket. That's vision and timing you just can't teach.
Connecticut, second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves it.
Indiana, at least in the fourth quarter, an 8-3 rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fires.
She wasn't going to be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.
Clark. 3 in the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown, knocks down a 3.
Clark catches fire midway through the quarter. First, a step-back 3 that barely touches the net. Next possession, a lightning-fast drive and finish through heavy contact.
Had a chance to speak with the Fever general manager, and she just loves that Emily is playing so well as of late here in DC. Here's Clark.
Clark trying to shake free Mabry all over her. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. A locked-in face.
Locked-in face.
Clark a deep 3. You bet.
Then, a pull-up mid-range jumper in transition. Bucket, bucket, bucket. That's 3 different ways to score in under 90 seconds.
The Indiana Fever having to take the ball out of the net a lot more here in this third than we saw in the first half, and that's affected their pace. Clark outside, and that's good.
Bubish hounding Clark. Clark, step back 3, knocks it down. Minnesota shooting just 29% here in the first quarter. Clark looking aggressive. Clark launches and hits it.
Seconds. The defenders look helpless. They switch to a zone, but Caitlin reads it immediately. She shifts gears.
Between quarters, in between halves, to come out with the exact same energy, and especially
You want to get 2 or 3 closeouts each possession, and if you do that, you're probably going to have a team in rotation, and you're probably going to have some mismatches.
Clark, step back.
Canada has been a problem for Caitlin Clark. Pressure all game.
Clark, a problem for
being able to finish out the last a little bit.
Clark, step back, hits it.
Attacks the gap. Defense collapses, and she kicks it out to the corner. Wide open 3. Good. She's dissecting this defense like a surgeon.
Would have one more win this year than each of the last 2 years combined. Oh, look at Mitchell Clark playing catch. Boston setting up Clark. ABC. Boston gets it back to Clark. Sidesteps Howard. She will launch and knock down a 9-point third quarter lead. Mitchell isolating on Thomas. Clark needs one. 5.
Watch this defensive hustle play. Caitlin anticipates the pass, jumps the lane, steal. Now she's off to the races. 1 defender chasing, 2 steps behind. Caitlin slows.
Zoom trying to frustrate Clark. Oh, but Clark with 3. Just a little bit here. We'll see if the Fever can free her up. Clark off the screen. Clark launches, hits it.
They like running her off this Iverson cut into a ball screen.
Clark, yes!
Now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back 3 just below the logo, drills it.
Euro step, lays it in with perfect touch. That's coast-to-coast excellence. Final minute of the half. Caitlin controls the tempo, slowly dribbling near half court.
His Coffee does well every time down the floor. It tries to 3 triples.
Clark trying to answer. You bet. Minnesota defense that has been a lead all season long. Fever had their way with it in the first quarter. Clark trying to get Indiana started, and maybe that'll help.
Defense sags for just a second, and she pulls from logo range. Got it. That's a shot very few
Shannon defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep 3.
So when Caitlin goes off the ball, typically she comes off a stagger on the weak side, but she comes off a pin down here, wide open.
Indiana's gone from up 7 to down 7. The Fever had all of the energy early on. Championship medal of Las Vegas on full display, and Clark.
Idikis. Layers would even attempt, let alone make under pressure. Late in the game.
Way out of that backcourt. Clark, Boston screen, fire away, hits a 3.
Help the
Caitlin Clark asks for the ball, and that's why.
Her international duties with Germany also suffered an injury. This is just her 14th game and part of the challenge that Dallas has had all year. Clark catch and shoot and knocks down her second
game. The energy is at its peak. The crowd is roaring. The defense is desperate.
Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a 3. Clark over Horston, hits a 3. Tufag Benlay. Indiana will reset. Clark fire away. You bet. Clark step back, hits a 3.
Caitlin drives right, spins back left, steps behind the arc. Splash. That is the dagger. The kind of shot that ends games and crushes hope. Caitlin Clark isn't just putting on a highlight.
CAA ranks. We've got some score power on the court.
Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark.
For that reason, they're too deadly from behind the arc.
An 11-0 run for New York. Clark, she got enough.
I don't know if Dolson was ready for that. It looked like she was positioning herself for a rebound. But she was right there in front. Clark, deep 3.
She works hard and does her work early before the ball gets inside.
Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a 3.
Show. She's setting a new standard for greatness, inspiring the next generation every time she takes the floor. If you love moments like these, hit that subscribe button and never miss another legendary Caitlin Clark performance.